Welcome back. The objective of this lesson is to help you understand more about fire safety. All of us are already aware that fire can be really scary if it happens at our workplace. We must learn what we should do if such a situation occurs in our workplace. Firstly, let us understand that fire has three components called the fire triangle. These are heat, fuel, oxygen. A fire needs all three components to survive. If any of these components do not exist, the fire ceases to exist. Fire extinguishers remove one or more of the components to put off fire. Here is some quick information about the types of fire and their corresponding classification. Classification A: carbonaceous, wood, paper, linen, and so on. Classification B: liquid, oil, petrol, solvents, etc. Classification C: flammable gases. Classification D: flammable materials. Classification E: electrical. You should also know basic information about fire extinguishers and the types of fire they put out. Type A is a water extinguisher. It is used for wood, paper, linen, and so on. Type B is a foam extinguisher. This is used for liquid, oil, petrol, solvents, and so on. Type C and D are dry powder extinguishers. They are used for flammable materials. And Type E are carbon dioxide extinguishers, which are used for electricals. And remember, firefighting must only be done by people with training and certification. So never attempt to use the extinguishers on your own. This may harm you and others badly. Let us now understand what we should do when we see fire happening at some place where we are working. When you first see a fire, first of all, do not panic. The first step is to call the emergency number of the site. Remember to always be aware of this number. By heart it or save it on your mobile. On the call, identify yourself and tell them the exact location of fire, and if possible also the size of the fire. Inform your supervisor after making the call. Break the nearest manual call point. The manual call point will look as shown in the picture. Make sure that the fire escape staircases are free for movement in case evacuation is announced. Make sure that there is nothing in front of fire hydrants, which the ERT team will use for putting off the fire. By doing this, you will ensure that the emergency rescue team will take care of the fire and put it off. When building evacuation is announced, follow the fire evacuation plan for exit. Never use elevators or escalators. Only use fire exit staircases. Move downwards of the building. Do not go to higher floors. Be away from any glass windows, etc. If the passages have too much smoke, stay low when getting out. You must crawl to the ground, covering your eyes and nose partially while moving out. Assemble at the fire assembling point as per the site specifications. On reaching assembly area, provide information about people still in the building. Today we learned importance of knowing the emergency number of the site to call during any emergency like fire. Do not use extinguishers unless trained, certified and authorized. Not to use elevator and use staircase during a fire. During an evacuation, reach the assembly point as per site specifications through the fire escape staircase.